Yes, Massive and Crew, back once again with another video, and today I'm going to talk about my progress with my Akai, with my Atari ST, getting that up and running. It's been a bit of a mission. Still got my SCSI card here to install. Going to get round to doing that, messing about with Recycle, but I stayed up quite late messing around with all this project, and last couple of nights, so I didn't upload yesterday. But the thing is I stuck a disc into my Akai sample, sorry, into my, what I put it into? I put a disc into my Atari, and it made a real sort of like loud, horrible squelching noise. And now my Atari will not load any discs whatsoever, so I've had to order a brand new floppy drive for my Atari, and I'm also thinking about getting one of those HXC readers or whatever they're called for the Atari as well, so that I can do, you know, I might as well just rip the Atari floppies via OmniFlop and load it onto USB. It's probably about the safest way. Then I can always just use a standard PC floppy when it goes wrong, and I can get sort of mountings of those, have them ready just to, in case I get an old disc. But to be fair, the disc that I had was called the Link Up. So this is the disc, and basically it had quite a bit of smud on it, which was some dust and stuff that had accumulated, but it didn't look too bad. And I popped open the lid, and it seemed okay inside. I haven't actually tried any isopropyl or anything like that on there, but I can see, if I look closely, I can see a little bit of a kind of a scrape mark. I should have really blown that out with some air before I actually put that into the drive, and I've run out of sort of spray air, so I've kind of messed about doing that. But this is the disc that sort of done it, and it pushed my Atari disc over the edge, mate. It's making noises and stuff, and it, like, I've had a look, investigated in my Atari drive, and I could see that it's been bored out. So this is actually an aftermarket drive in here, and I may just take it apart and give it a little clean and see if I can proceed with that. Also, I hit another kind of is it milestone? I guess I hit another stop with my Akai, with my, I keep saying Akai. Yeah, so you that you do actually need a monochrome monitor or some sort of monochrome adapter. Now I've ordered a couple of bits off of eBay. I've ordered a Atari monitor to VGA, because I actually ordered an Atari monitor to SCART, and that's getting it up on the screen. It's working fine and everything. I actually managed to get Cubase transferred using OmniFlop, which was pretty cool. It's a pretty easy process. And I've also picked up this cool little gadget here as well, which is called a Jerry Plus, which allows you to connect a USB mouse into your regular Atari slot, but it's got to be an old PS2 mouse. It has to have some sort of PS2 protocol, so I've still yet to get my hands on one of those. And also thanks Extra Spice Mikey for mentioning that you have to hold down, I think it's the alternate key and the arrow keys, and that'll get you out of trouble. And then these buttons here, let me get a good shot there of that. Then these buttons here become your, it's the insert button and the clear home button, become your mouse. So you kind of like, whilst holding down the alternate here, simultaneously you can use these arrows and use it as a mouse. It actually gets you out of trouble. So I was messing about with that before that disc went corrupt, and now it just won't load any discs at all, even good ones. So I've yet to sort that problem out. Once I get it sorted, we'll be back up and running with this archive thing. In the meantime, I thought I'd show you what's on a couple of discs. So I had a little dig through some of my archives, and managed to pull out a few samples from the discs. My old dready kind of stretch bass, one of my Amen samples, cymbals, some nice sort of edge to them as well, because they're on the old Akai, which means great. And I was able to experiment with Renoise running the Akai, which sounds something like this. Oh, put it in multi-mode. And that's running into my UAD. Not UAD, sorry, RMX. What's it called? RME. So that's that. And on another note now, I took the same samples using the same setup, and I loaded up my STEEM emulator a STEEM Atari emulator. I was actually finding that Atari emulator was pretty much more convenient, yeah, than using the actual Atari for now. To be fair, it loads up on the computer and it just works. Once you set it all up, look, I've got a song playing here that I loaded up. Let's go back to there. Same samples in the sampler, just different arrangement. Yeah, so just repeating myself there. I've actually found the STEEM Atari emulator more convenient than using the actual Atari. Simply because it's so easy to set up. It seems to run really fast because it's on a PC obviously and it's emulated. I was using my Mark of the Unicorn Mark III, but you could use any interface you want. So this, what you can see here, is the actual Atari emulator, STEEM. As you can see, it's triggering the Akai, no problems. See if I can monitor the MIDI so you can see that. So it's all live. And now the same samples, yeah, on the, let me just come out of this STEEM thing, got to press the Windows key. Same samples again running on the Renoise. So there's a little taster, guys. You know, I can't wait to get it all sort of up and running properly. It's been a bit of a long thing pulling it, buying, getting gadgets and stuff, but you know, it's been fun as well, so I'm not really screwing. I also hit a brick wall with me easy zip drive. It seems to be powering up, working perfectly, but there's just a slight issue. I don't have the correct cables for it, so I need to get a Centronics 50-pin SCSI to a 68-pin and also a 25-pin. So I've ordered the 2 leads. Amazon and eBay back me up on that. So once that's sorted, that would be up and running shortly. Here's my Cubase disc that I ended up putting together, my little Cubase Cubase 2 disc that I put together with Omniflop. Used my my brother labeler to put a nice little label on there, so that's sitting there waiting to be used. Once I get all the correct gizmos to get this up and running, it will be great. I've also got some other discs that Equinox has got in storage for me, and I'm just hoping that he would find some time to bring that over for me so I can get cracking on sort of unarchiving those as well. I'm going to make some space as well because there's quite a few discs there to go through, folks. But I'm thinking about doing what's on this disc series and just flick through a few of the discs so you can see what's on them. Comment down below if you wouldn't mind seeing that. That's it for now, guys. Take care, God bless, peace.